Chapter 8 Questions and Revelations. Kushina was in Naruto's hospital room, watching his body miraculously heal itself at a quick pace. Minato and Inoishi, Ino's father, had visited to work on the investigation and get Naruto's point of view of what had happened. After going inside Naruto's mind, Inoishi had revealed that Naruto never knew how or why Ino would have the memory tablet. Inoishi had also mentioned that the Straw Hat Pirates had attacked him, mistaking him for Ino, and scolded him for allowing his daughter to do such an act, even getting death threats from them. Inoishi then said that the Straw Hat Pirates had shown him most of Naruto's memories, only for Minato and Kushina to be appalled by their own behavior back then. "Naruto," said Kushina as she carefully rubbed Naruto's hair, "you've been in so much pain and your father and I know Minato and I have never even given you the proper love that you needed. If we had, then maybe Kurama may still be alive, or maybe help you with your powers. Then maybe such a beast like the one from your fight may not have to exist." Minato was sitting outside Inoishi's office as Inoishi was going through what information he had gathered in Ino's mind after she had confessed that she was forced to destroy Naruto's memory tablet of the nine-tailed fox by Uzumaki. At first, Minato didn't want to believe that Uzumaki would plot against her own brother, but if not for remembering how Uzumaki had attacked her brother because he had power that she didn't, Minato wanted Inoishi to not just through Ino's mind, but Uzumaki's as well. "I should have been a father first, then Hokage," Minato scolded himself, knowing that something like this could have been avoided, then maybe Naruto would not have been in this situation. Inoishi also had to tell his daughter that she had been stripped of her rank and is to have her chakra sealed as well as pay for property damage. Still, seeing Ino in such a condition was bad enough for her father, but this act was downright shameful. "So what did you find out?" Minato asked with slight fear and guilt. Inoishi shook his head and said, "Ino was telling the truth. Your daughter, Uzumaki, had threatened her to use that memory tablet as a bargaining chip in order to learn about Naruto's power. If Ino had refused, Uzumaki would have convinced everyone in her personal fan club to stay away from Ino and treat her like an outcast." Minato was sickened by what he had heard, his own daughter using her influence to use her friends just to get to something. "Anbu!" shouted Minato as 5 masked ninjas appeared, "Bring Uzumaki Uzumaki here this minute. I don't care if she's eating, training, or even taking a shower, bring her here this instant." The masked ninjas quickly vanished and returned just as instantly with Uzumaki. "Daddy, what's with the meaning of having Anbu take me from the house and bring me here?" asked Uzumaki as she tightened her grip on the towel. Minato pointed towards an empty chair and ordered her to sit, shocking not just Uzumaki, but the Anbu there as Minato had never ordered his own daughter. "Anbu," said Minato as he continued to glare at his daughter, "go back to the estate and look for something on Naruto so that I can get to the bottom of this investigation, and take your time." The members of Anbu quickly left as Minato gave Inoishi a signal to go into Uzumaki's mind. 5 minutes had passed as the Anbu members returned with 2 small books. Minato decided to look in one of the books while Inoishi examined Uzumaki's mind. Minato quickly discovered that both books were Naruto's journals as both of them had his name in them. Minato read how both he and Kushina had not just neglected equal training for Naruto, but other things as well, the beatings Naruto had received, how Uzumaki used him for target practice for what both Minato and Kushina had taught her. Even his own birthday. Minato then reached a page that had tears staining it and read the contents. June 5th. I couldn't believe it. Kurama's dead and it's all because he couldn't regain enough chakra for his soul to live, even with him absorbing some of mine. I remembered how he had looked, blood was dripping from his mouth, his eyes were glassy, and his fur was pale and I could only imagine that his skin was paler than a Hyuga's eyes. He told me that I was the only mortal he saw as his own kit. And truthfully, I have always seen him as a father, more so than my biological father, the 4th Hokage. His parting gift was that he would always be proud of me and that he would always love me, and he was able to talk to the Shinigami and got a group of souls to take care of me. I haven't met them yet as I'm still recovering from Kurama's passing, but even though I could feel the presence of the other souls, they had never called to meet me yet. They were probably waiting for me to calm down. I had just finished making Kurama's shrine and meeting the Harunos, very nice people. I still miss you. Father. Minato had tears falling from his face after learning such a revelation. He continued reading the journal, and even though he had already met the Straw Hat Pirates, he was glad that his son had someone to properly look after him. Minato then reached multiple pages with sketches of the Straw Hat Pirates, and written to the side was Naruto's description of them and their family roles. Nico Robin was Naruto's mother figure, as the description Naruto had given her had fit her perfectly. Zoro was his lazy, yet crazy, uncle, along with lovesick Sanji, who had taught Naruto how to cook. Nami was his loving sister, as she helped Naruto deal with his depression. Brook was the grandfather for obvious reasons, as he was a living skeleton and he knew how to cheer, and sometimes annoy, Naruto. Usopp and Chopper were his brothers, as they stuck by his side and made him laugh when it was needed. Frankie was actually Naruto's best friend, as the two of them would have contests on who was cooler than whom and how Frankie would support him. Both Inoishi and Uzumi woke and saw Minato reading Naruto's journal with the occasional smile and then disgust. Lord Hokage, said Inoishi, causing Minato to snap the book shut and look at him. By the look of Inoishi's face, Minato then looked at Uzumi with a stern face that could even intimidate Hayashi. Do you have something to say, Uzumi? Asked Minato. Uzumi knew that she couldn't escape, as Inoishi had seen everything. I'm the one who put Ino up to this, said Uzumi without a shred of guilt. I'm the one who stole from Naruto's little shrine to the demon fox. I'm the one who planned everything. Minato sighed in disappointment at what he had heard. His own daughter had used her friend to get to her brother and risked the lives of everyone just to learn Naruto's secrets. Uzumi saw the disappointment on his face, but then she saw Naruto's journals. One of them was what she wanted. Don't even think about it, Uzumi, said Minato as he grabbed the journals. Because of your reckless actions, I'm not going to let you become Chunin. In fact, you will be stripped of your rank as a shinobi, your chakra will be sealed, and all of your inheritance will go to Naruto. That means all of the weapons, jutsus, and the title of Namikaze heir will go to Naruto. Uzumi was about to protest, but she felt Inoishi holding her down. Why, father? Demanded Uzumi as she struggled. You saw the power Naruto has, you also wanted to know more about it. I would have told you if the plan would have worked. You saw how much of a monster that. Uzumi never got to finish, as Minato had slapped her with disgust on his face. Inoishi was completely dumbfounded at the action, as he didn't even know that he had let go of Uzumi. I did not raise my daughter to believe her brother was a monster, use her friends just to learn the secrets of said brother, and to desecrate a shrine, said Minato as he glared at his daughter as she was clutching her cheek. You also risked the lives of not only the other contestants and Naruto's, but the lives of everyone in the village as well. What if your mother and I weren't able to stop Naruto's drug-induced rampage? What then? Minato then grabbed Uzumi and left Inoishi's office, leaving the Yamanaka still dumbfounded at what had happened. He was soon snapped out of his trance when he soon thought about Ino. After the fight, Ino was in critical condition, as she had multiple broken bones, most of them were the ribs and back. She was left paralyzed from the waist down, and the electricity she took had messed up most of her nerves to where Ino would have to relearn most things, from simple movement to even vital needs. The worst part was that now Ino will never be able to bear any children, what with those nerves completely fried. Inoishi took out a cigarette from his pocket and lit it. Sorry Ino, said Inoishi as he let out a cloud of burnt tobacco and ash, but how can I keep a promise when the one I made it with defaces a shrine? Naruto was slowly waking up and was hearing the voices of his biological parents. Going demon is always brutal, thought Naruto. How long was I out? Sanji's voice came in as said, about 3 days. Minato launched an investigation and discovered that your so-called sister, Uzumi, was the one behind you going demon. Nami's voice soon entered. After learning how that bitch was behind everything, Minato is going to strip her of her rank, seal her chakra, and give all of the inheritance she got back to you after your fight with her, said Nami as the others agreed with her. Naruto fully woke up and saw that he was in the hospital with his biological parents at his bedside. Naruto, said Kushina as her face brightened. How are you feeling? Naruto let out a smile as he saw that both biological parents were actually there for him. For once. Naruto, said Minato with guilt on his face, your mother and I. No. Kushina and I are terribly sorry for all that had happened to you. Even though we are your biological parents, we don't deserve to be called your parents until you deem us worthy. We were so afraid of the fox's uncontrollable chakra that we thought we had to focus our attention on Yuzume. But even so, that doesn't make up for the fact that we ignored you, own son, when he needed the love of both of his parents. We have always loved you, Naruto, and it didn't take us until Yuzume's recklessness to see the pain you were in when you became that. You were in so much physical and emotional pain that your body was tearing itself apart and we were too damn blind to see what we were turning our own son into. Naruto watched as both Minato and Kushina were starting to break down and decided enough was enough. Do not worry, said Naruto with a smile on his face. Both Minato and Kushina looked at Naruto through the tears in their eyes. I forgive you, said Naruto, shocking the hell out of his biological parents. It was not entirely your fault that Ino was forced to make me go demon. It was not entirely your fault that no one knew about my demon form. What is your fault is that you never helped Yuzume fully understand her jealousy and didn't help her control it. Minato and Kushina were glad that Naruto only blamed them for not getting Yuzume to understand her jealousy for her brother. But even though you are my flesh and blood parents, said Naruto, I see you as my step-parents. You don't know much about me, even though a part of that is my fault, you still love me. Both parents were saddened that Naruto saw them as step-parents, but they were glad that they were still family for Naruto. That is why I'm going to show you all of my powers and skills, said Naruto as he got off the hospital bed. Right now? Asked Minato as he looked at his son in disbelief. Yeah, Chopper gave the okay, said Naruto as he grabbed the clothes his parents had brought, but he did tell me to go easy for a while. Going demon took a lot out of me. After Naruto got dressed, he was about to leave when he got tackled by two girls, Hinata and Haku, causing Minato and Kushina to become worried. Naruto-san, cried both girls as they hugged Naruto, we heard what that nasty Yuzume did to you and we were so scared that we couldn't trust anyone that was close to bitch until you gave us the okay. Both girls didn't let go of Naruto until he was beginning to turn blue and saw both Minato and Kushina there. They were about to defend Naruto from his parents until Naruto spoke up. It's alright, said Naruto as he got up and dusted himself off, they're with me now. Everyone smiled as they left the hospital as one happy family. In another room, Ino was lying in bed with a full body cast on as her team looked at her with disgust. Why did you listen to Yuzume? Asked a pissed off Shikamaru, why didn't you just give back the memory tablet to Naruto? Ino couldn't say a thing, not because of the electrical burns on her body, but from guilt. What has Naruto done to you that you had to do such a thing? Asked Choji as he was equally pissed. The tears burned Ino's face as she couldn't hold them back. Ino, said Asuma as he looked at Ino, the fourth Hokage wanted me to tell you that because of your actions in conspiracy, property damage, and defacing a shrine, you are hereby stripped of your rank as a shinobi and your chakra sealed. Ino didn't want to argue as she remembered what the doctors had told her of the damages in her body. Flashback Jutsu. Ino's POV. I laid on the bed in the full body cast the doctors had put me in. I see bags hooked to me, one with a clear liquid and the other was yellow. One thing that was off was that if I was in a full body cast. Why can I not feel my legs? I can feel the burns all over my body, even on my lower regions, think Kami, but I can't feel my legs. Good to see you're awake, Yamanaka-san, said a nurse that was near my bed, although, most of us were surprised that you're even alive at all. I tried to talk, my mouth was dry and my lips were stinging with pain as if wasps had made my lips their personal hive. Scratch that, not wasps but hornets. The nurse took a wet rag and very gently dabbed my lips. Thank you, was all I could barely muster before the nurse noticed that the yellow bag was full. Takero, said the nurse as a male nurse entered, we need to change Yamanaka's bag again. Takeru rubbed his hand through his short black hair and helped the female nurse that called him change the bag. I noticed that Takeru had to clamp the tube before changing the bag. "You should consider yourself lucky, Yamanaka-san," said Takeru as he placed the bag full of urine in a red box on the cart he brought in. "With the damage to your nervous system, it's no wonder that would barely feel your bathroom needs." I was shocked, figuratively, as the other nurse told me that because of all the electricity my body took, most of my nerves were damaged. Including the one that told me that I needed to go and the one that told me to stop eating. What a wonderful combination. The nurses had also told me that I was now paralyzed from the waist down with the exception of my lower region. I painfully bawled my eyes out when they told me that I would never be able to bear any children as those nerves were completely fried and I wouldn't even be able to produce any eggs to be fertilized. I'm an only child and I can't bear any children of my own to pass the clan techniques and specialties. "We did hear what you've done," said the nurse as she gave me a nasty glare. "You should consider yourself lucky that we have to abide by the code of conduct and that you are in a full body cast, or else we would have slapped every one of your teeth out." What did I? Oh yeah, that right. I destroyed something from that belonged to a shrine. Naruto had given me a chance to redeem myself from using the memory table as a shield, and what did I do? I listened to Yuzume and smashed it to pieces, and look at where it got me. I'm in a full body cast, covered in electrical burns, paralyzed, I have no control of my bodily functions, and people starting to hate me. Was it really worth fitting in? I've lost Sakura when she started to hang out with Naruto after Yuzume had said that her brother was the fox's reincarnation. I still see her from time to time, but she never talked to me unless she was buying flowers. Look at me. I was a strong kunoichi whose popularity rivaled Yuzume's, and I threw it all away for one selfish little act. I then saw Daddy. Kami, did he look mad? His face was practically covered in venom, but his eyes, from what I could tell, were red and puffy. He told me what the nurses had already told me and what the fourth Hokage plans on doing for my punishment. No more shinobi life for me. Although I did deserve everything that had happened to me, death would have been too light, although Daddy did tell me that compared to what Yuzume was getting. I think even the Shinigami wouldn't even dare go near her. I told Daddy what had happened and let him inside my mind so that he can see for himself. He left after he was finished without an "I love you," but he did say he would visit and help me continue after I'm out of the hospital. I really messed up. In flashback jutsu. General POV. Ino saw that she was alone, aside from the nurse that was there to change the urine bag. Tired and wanting to clear her head, Ino closed her eyes and fell asleep knowing the nightmares that await her.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you guys want to watch more like it, please subscribe to my channel and become part of the video game fanfiction plot. And please leave a comment down below and hit that like button. If you guys have any suggestions on any stories you guys want me to read, don't hesitate. They're always welcome here in the video game fanfic plot. That also goes for video games. Until next time, goodbye!